Good morning, Flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daphne, and we are here for my monthly update of my cross-stitching progress. First, I would just like to say welcome to all the new subscribers, and welcome back to any current subscribers that are returning. I would also like to say that I had every intention of recording a update video in July, but life circumstances just did not allow that to happen. Let's just really quickly say I needed to put $6,000 into my car, which in turn resulted in a 4-day stay in Little Rock, Arkansas, as it broke down as we were on our way home from a 4th of July weekend. But even though that happened, I did get most of, if not all of my goals done for July. So with that said, let's get into the whips. So some of this progress that you're going to see is June's progress, July's progress, and a little bit of August, because I have already started working on these for August. So in July, hang on, let me go back to June here. I'm not sure if I didn't tally up my June stitches, but, oh no, this is June. Is this June? Hang on. Let me look at my calendar. Yes, this is June. So June total stitching was 15,356 on the projects that are in Pattern Keeper. And July was 19,343. I did get one project finished, and I did start one project within that time frame. The one that I did get finished was the model that I was stitching for Stitching Jewels Designs, and that one was Sisters in the Storm. So be on a lookout on her channel for that to come through, and once I do see that there, then I will show you guys here as well. And I did start a piece once I came back from the car situation. So let's just get into this, and some of the haul is going to be mixed in with the one of the projects, because I had bought some stuff with birthday money that I had received in June. So the project that I started in July was used with birthday money to purchase. So first, we're just gonna get into it. First off, we'll get into this one here. Let me just pull the piece. I know I have it somewhere. I just saw it. Here it is. This is my Mirabilia, my one and only right now. This is Scent of Old Roses, and this is what it would look like if I had done the called for fabric, which was Laurel Linen by Witch Oat. I didn't really like it on the green, so I switched it to Picture This Plus Earthen. I believe it's 32 or 28. Let me see. 32 count. Everything else is the same, called for. 2/2, full cross. So this is where it's at currently. Let's put this back here so you can see a little bit. I'm going to take this off the frame and put it away. I just wanted it on the frame. It was easier to show. So you can't really see where I worked until I get close in. I was doing the skin here. I did a little bit of the skin here, and I was working up in this area. might have done a little bit here as well with the whisper thread. What I was doing a little bit up here, do a little bit of this, then go up here, do a little bit and come up here, because this, I don't like working with the whisper thread. That's what I did down here when I was doing these. I did a little bit, worked on something else. The Krynic is all in. Any of the empty spaces will be beads, which I will do at the very end. So pretty much what I have left is from the underside of her hand up to her head. So there really isn't much left, but the 1/1 skin does take a little while. My first time doing 1/1 skin. Figured I would try it out and see how it's going. So hopefully this year, if not next year, this lovely lady will be finished. And we'll go from there. So here is Scent of Old Roses. And next, I worked on this one for August already. And this is the QS Holiday, QS A Stitch in Time Holiday by artwork by Amy Stewart. This is the bottom corner of A Stitch in Time, the big Stitch in Time by Amy Stewart. I just like this little piece with the snowman and the lady doing her craft in the corner. This one is 1/1 on 28 count with the DMC floss. And as I did work on this month already for August. I'm not sure if I will pull it out for the rest of the month or not, but we will see. So here is where it is at currently. Working on filling in this diagonal here. Gotta come up and fill in a little bit more on the one before it. But I just started filling in when I was working on it. So there is that one. I enjoy this one. Even all this white stitching here I've enjoyed. And this is just unstitched because I don't have the color. There is other ones up here, other holes up here and around that I don't have the color for, but once I get that color, then I will fill it in. So this is 1/1 28 count, and this needle minder is from one of the monthly subscription boxes last year, I believe, or it might have been this year. The Date with Your Stitching, the Valentine's Day box. So this is QS Holiday, what I call it, QS Holiday. Just makes it easier to say instead of A Stitch in Time. And I believe it is going to take at least a good portion of this piece of fabric when it is all said and done in probably a couple years. But that's okay. I like the process of stitching. For me, is what I like. So there's that one. Excuse me. The next one I'm going to pull out is one of my Sal's, and I do not have a cover photo for this, but this is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Under the Sea Club. I need to finish out the clue for July. But I'm doing this on called for fabric with called for floss. I bought the whole kit from them when they did it. So everything from the jellyfish to the mermaid and down was done in previous clues. So this time the clue we had was I believe this little wave, this wave, all the fishies and the pufferfish, and up here is a diver, scuba diver, and I think there's something else above the scuba diver. Let me just double check. There's a couple more fish over the mermaids, you know, like right in here over the mermaid, and then one more wave. So not much left that I need to do before. So we'll pull this one out before the next one ends. So here is that all. And like I said, I'm using the called for fabric, which I want to say is 32, but I could be wrong. I have the tagging in here, I believe. It was, I thought. That's not it. I thought I had the tag in here. I thought it fell off and I stuck it in the bag. Ah, I do. Right here. It is 28 cash out. Picture this plus. Nessie is what it's called. Is what I'm using. So there's that. Under the Sea. Stick it back in. And this was one of the bags from Black Needle Society as well. This was the steampunk box. Next on my list, this, I don't think I worked on it in June or July. That's not what I want. That's the pattern. My copy. This is my 3 Things Sampler by Maura Blackburn. Using the called for everything. Called for fabric, called for floss, 2/2 full cross. Yeah, and it's on the Q-snap because it's still in progress of working on it. Because it was one of my WIPCO pieces for August for 10 days. So I started working on it. So it's all tucked away in the Q-snap. But really what I've been working on is this up here and this here. There's flowers here that need their insides, and then I can work on the rest of the stuff here. The border, as you can see, is completely done on both sides. Let me just pull this off and then you guys can, I'll show you the full thing. Hang on. I can get it to come off. There we go. So, just top this off too, I guess. Here we go. So that's what it looks like all the way. Like I said, the whole frame border is done. So there's 3 Things Sampler. I gotta finish filling in the blue flower here and this blue flower here because I finally got the color that is needed for those. At some point we'll get that done. We'll stick that there and we'll put that back together later. The next piece up is the piece that I'm stitching for myself of Stitching Jules design, the NYC Twin Towers scene. She has since changed the name, but it's the same image. I am doing this on 28 count Sandy Bottom by Fortnite Fabrics, 1/1 full cross with the called for DMC. And this is where we are at. This one was one of the pieces that I had with me for the July weekend, so this got some good progress while I was waiting. Well, we spent a couple extra days in Little Rock, Arkansas. So now we've got almost 4 complete buildings there's some stitching in this and this here that need to do. So what I'm doing is I'm going from left to right across the buildings, and then I'll come back and go left to right on the bottom. So we'll get all the buildings done first, and then we'll come through and finish out the bridge and the reflection of the water. And then I'll put in the quote that I want to put in underneath it, most likely. I don't think it's going to take this whole piece. I think probably around here, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember where it will be. So there's that piece. Like I said, this one was one that was with me with the car trouble. So it actually got some good progress. And so when the 11th of July rolled around, I didn't work on this one because I had worked on it so much between the end of June and the beginning of July that I kind of got tired of it. The next piece here is another stitch along that was in 2021, I believe, or 2020. I can't remember, but it is Caterpillar cross stitch made to create. I was up to it, and then for some reason, I think like the third part, I just was done. I didn't touch it again until this year. So it's not official Sal anymore, but I'm still plugging away at it. Called for everything. I had gotten it as a kit. So here is where it is currently. The big thing that I did get finished was the tape measure, and I think I finished the R, and I started working on the palette here, which is for the letter C. And I think this is 28 count as well. So we'll bring this out again at some point and work on it a little bit more. And another Caterpillar cross stitch Sal. This one is now complete. This is How Does Your Garden Grow? I got behind on it, but that's okay. You know, just work on things at my own speed. This, once again, is as called for. I bought the whole kit. And here is where it is. What I did is at one point, when this clue came out, I just started working on this clue because it was right next to the pumpkins and mushrooms, so I could easily count off of that. And then the next clue was down here with the walkway and the, so I just started working on that. So ready to How Does Your Garden Grow? I have all the parts now, so as I work on it, I can just work on it and go from there. And another one that I worked on is the snowman stocking. This is a Heaven and Earth Designs charted one. I'm not sure who the artist is. This one I worked on in June, worked on in July, have not worked on it yet in August. Was this one that came with me? I'm not sure if this was with me. Let me look here. No. I had one of my best friend's pieces with me. So this one in June, received 206 stitches. So that's all I've done on this one since then, is the 206. It's just more fill-in of blue. Blue on blue with more blue. I got a little bit of more on the moon there. But it's coming along. At some point, this will be done. I don't remember what the fabric is. It was just from the box store. I don't remember what count it was. It's 1/1 full cross. It's either 28 or 32. Don't remember. And then another Heaven and Earth Designs piece that I worked on is this one here, Sunflowers by Marianne Broom, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is slow going. I mean, it's not really that slow. There's a total, as of the end of July, I have 9,007 stitches in on this piece. I'm still working up here in this corner, so it's slow because it's not a whole lot, but it's fast because there's not a lot of color changes at the current moment. And this is 28 count, 1/1 full cross, called for DMC, and this is a large piece of fabric because there's another project that I was working on at the other side. Here is where I am. This one in June I did 400 stitches, and then in July I did 797 stitches, because I think this was a whip-go call for July. Let me double check. Yes, this was a whip-go call for July, so this had to get 10 days in July. So almost finished this diagonal block. So I got one more block here, and then I can go back up to the top. Then I'll get more sunflower in this time. So that'll be fun. So this is 9,000 stitches, 9,007. It's crazy to think that this amount is that much. I want to say I'm over onto the second page here, but almost on the second row here. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember exactly where it is located. So there is sunflowers. And this is, like I said, 28 count. There's another piece that I was working on this top corner. I just decided to UFO. This was the temperature chart for 2020. I stayed good with it in January, and then just fell off of it, and I don't know, just wasn't calling me anymore. So I just said, all right, we will UFO it, and use the fabric for something else. Maybe some other time I will attempt a different temperature pattern. Maybe one that's a little smaller. That one was kind of large. The next one here is Pandemic by Long Dark Samplers. This progress is just June and July. I have not worked on it yet for August. For August I need to get my prompts set and done. This is 30 count barley corn, access commodities, 1/1 full cross. We'll be using Mississauga silk. So here's the whole thing. If this corner stays up, there's the whole piece. And what I was working on in June and July is this corner here. So what's left to fill in is that's it for the page and this row. I have a little bit here of the outside border, but other than that, it is coming along. Hopefully we can finish this soon, this year or next year. But it's no rush, no rush, no rush. I gotta do at least 600 stitches, I think, in August for my monthly promise. And my last piece is the piece that I started at the beginning of July, after we came home, and this was all purchased, like I said, with gift monies from gift cards and money that I received from my birthday. It's in a Black Needle Society bag. I think this was the Unicorns and Mermaids box. I just had a bag, stuck it in there. No particular reason. So this is the piece that it is. This is the Song of Summer by Donna Gelsinger. This is a big girl. This is a big piece. It is 523 wide by 693 wide. So 500 plus this way, 600 plus this way. I ordered a half yard of 28 count easy count, because I wanted to try that out. I'm not really using the grids. I'm still just counting messages like I normally do, but I'm up here in this corner, not doing diagonals, not doing blocks. I'm just stitching the way that when I started stitching, just taking a color and filling it in, using the typewriter method to an extent, but I haven't gone all the way across the page, across the pattern. Just sticking primarily within one page. Excuse me, because what I might do is do a little bit of this up here and then come down and do this, and then do a little bit and come down and do this. Excuse me, because it's a lot of change of color and whatnot within this piece, but I really like this piece. And I'm also trying out the ball tip needles as well on this piece. So this is 28 count easy count, 27 by 36, because I needed a piece that was going to be like 25 by like 31. And so here's all of the fabric. And this is where I had originally started. But this whole section here was off. And I wasn't about to sit there and take apart one over one at that point in time. So I just went like this and started up here. Because once I get down here to the bottom, it's not going to be in the way. So I said, that's okay. We'll just start up here. So, don't lose your needle. Let me stick this on the back side. There we go. This is on the second page. Up over here, there's a little bit over here on the second page, and this is all the first page. There's a little bit down here of the second row of pages. So here this is. Let me just hold this up a little bit. So like I said, it'll take pretty much this whole width, 3-inch border on top and bottom, and then I think it'll be like 6 inches of extra on the bottom. I just fold it up so that it's a little easier for me to hold and show. Alright, there we go. So, there we are. There is a few empty spaces within the top few rows, and this is what I've decided is this is going to be my weekend focus piece. So Saturdays and Sundays, I will take this out. So this will come out this afternoon, and I don't know if I'll fill in these little spots here or if I'll come up here and pull the stitch from up here and just work. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing. And this, I want to say, is maybe 2%. And this is just waste threads that I haven't cut off yet. But, yeah, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Sorry if you can hear the dog. Yep. There will be no before picture because this was started in July. So, here's that. And this is the Black Needle Society happy hour stitching box. Been enjoying this piece as well. And I have all the floss now. Because at first I ordered just enough for the first little bit, and then I used the other gift card to get all the floss. So there is it all is in there. And so let's get into my plans for August. So here is my whipco board for this year. I still have a couple days on this one here to finish. I have a couple days on this one to finish, and then this one is August, and this one was August, and this I did in June because I was focusing on that one in June, as that was my mother's birthday as well, so I wanted to work on that piece. And then this is the 3 Things sampler, so that will get 9 more days this month. And I'm using my whipco pieces for the daily 30 challenge, where you stitch for half an hour 5 days a week. So that gives me 20 days of that, which gets me most of these are done. Within that, and I got a couple more days on pandemic to do as well, so I can get those 2 finished this month. And when I get this one finished, that would give me a whipco. When I get this one finished, that would give me a whipco. I'm not really focusing on giving myself retreats, prizes, rewards when I do get whipcos. This is just a way for me to keep my goals in check each year. Because if you take a look at last year's whipco, which is in here somewhere, I believe. It did get them all except for one, and the temperature chart. So, like I said, it's just a way for me to keep my goals in check. So, this month, I will bring back out for 9 more days the 3 Things sampler, and the other whipco pole was Scent of Old Roses, and that had gotten its 10 days in June. So I just said, you know what, that's it. I'm not going to work on it in August, so I did it in June, and we can work on the other things that I wanted to work on. So I need to do my pandemic for the yearly challenge in the Daily 30, which is a closed group at the moment. So I need to do that one. I already did my holiday for that yearly challenge, and I need a little bit more on Game of Thrones, which I forgot to bring in. That piece is not even 50% yet, but I will do a little bit pictures of before the last after the last video and current, or I might just save it. I think I'll just save it until next time, because maybe by then I'll have the full row done. But I did take a picture of it out of the Q-Snap, so I'll put that in so that you guys can see where it is currently. It's like 45% complete, so I still have 5% more to go until it's 50% complete. But we're at the edge of the row of pages on that one, so the colors are getting less and less because we're in the background, so it's in the browns, and got a couple people that are starting to show in the bottom of the diagonals that I'm working in, but once I get their heads done, then it's just going to be background. So hopefully that'll go fairly quick. And then just plugging in these pieces, or maybe some newer pieces that you guys haven't seen this year, into the prompts for the Daily 30 group. So that is all the stitching. Now we can go into the haul. Like I said, this one here, the Song of Summer, was all my haul for June and a little bit of July, because I did buy some of it in June, bought some of it in July, so there's that. And then with the gift card from my sister, I bought the floss, and I had a little bit of extra, so I got the Lizzie Kate doggy string. Doggy string. I had been wanting this piece for a while. What I might do is stitch this dog with black spots and white, to make it look like my dad's current dog, Chloe. Yeah. So that'll be no idea when I'd start this. But I mean, they call for weeks. They give you the Anchor conversion and the DMC conversion. So I'd probably just do the DMC conversion in this one. So there's that. And then I also received my fabric of the month for May and June from Crazy Annie. So Nambi, take this out. Fortnite fabrics. I get a fourth of a yard of 28 count Lugana. So here's this piece. I'm not sure if this was May or June. It's kind of like a pinky. I get neutral, so I don't know. I guess you could consider this a neutral. So there's that one. It's still not giving you the great color. But that's that one. And then the other one is Mauve. We said Fortnite Fabrics is who she's going through this year. For fabric, 28 count Lugana. And I'll pull this one out as well. So here's this one. And we should be getting July at some point. they've been, as most places, have been having supply issues. So now we're going to real quickly look at the Black Needle Society. This is Christmas in July subscription box, bi-monthly subscription box. I did a more in-depth than what I'm going to do now, video of this. That was the last video that was uploaded. This one, now I'm just going to show you real quick, in case you didn't watch that, you don't want to watch it. So this comes every 2 months. So the next one will be September. So first thing, just do this on the top. This is a Snowflake Quaker Style by RETM. And this was stitched on Ariel's Grotto by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie and DMC threads. I might do it, if I did this one, I would do it in a sparkly thread. I think it would look pretty good with a sparkly thread. So there's the pattern. And then we got the package of finishing supplies from Lady Dot Creates. Silver and gold. And there's even little, snowman, snowflake, and a Christmas tree, and ornament hooks. And then there's stickers, to and from stickers, and regular stickers. And then there's a fabric, it's Forbidden Fiber Co. Glacier Lugana 25 count, 1/8 of a yard. So here is the fabric. Blue mottled. And it's got some pinks in there too. It's really pretty. What I'd put on there, who knows? Maybe that's snowflake. Who knows? And then come on. There we go. And then there is this, I didn't take this out, but this is all wrapping paper. It's all the same style of wrapping paper, I believe. So there's that. And then the specialty floss. This time around, is from Threadworks. And we've got the green. There's almost like a candy cane, red and white, a little bit of pink. And then there is Kreinik. And there's a blue. So these will go in the little project bag that I have that has floss in it from these boxes. There's a Hallman's handmade lollipop. And there's a pair of cozy candy cane style striped socks. Which would be nice when it gets a little cooler here. We're still in the hundreds, so not wearing cozy socks yet. It's a little too warm for cozy socks. And the last thing in here is the needle minder, just from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which is the gingerbread house, which is what's on the picture on the front. And then you also get the little pamphlet that tells you what each thing is, and the November edition is Gods, Monsters, and Mythology is what's the November edition. I don't remember what September is. I think it's all just cross stitch. I believe it's all just cross stitch And then you've got the photo challenge if you wanted to take part in the photo challenge. So maybe I'll do that this year. We'll see. So I can take all the pictures beforehand and go from there. Use them all, take them all at once and post them on the day that they're posted. We could do that. So with that is actually all that I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw, and if you are not subscribed, that you do hit that subscribe button, so that you will get, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notified of when I do post new content. Another Stitch With Me on the Monopoly game board will be coming out as well. I'm hoping to get 2 of them out this month as well for you, because that is my ultimate goal, is to do 2 of those Stitch With Me's a month, so we can get that going, so we can work on it again. Yeah, and with that, I'll say have a great week, have a great weekend, and have a great month. And if your project that you're working on is not bringing you joy, it's okay to put it away and find something else that's bringing you joy, because this is our hobby, and we should be working on things that are bringing us joy. So with that, I'll say have a great week, a great weekend, and I'll see you guys all again soon. All right, bye everyone.